Okay, welcome back to another episode of Banking Without Borders. Today we're going to talk about our picks for the best bank accounts in the UK. If you're looking for best bank accounts in Europe, we'll do an episode on that shortly. But for now, we're going to hit the UK and we have 6 current accounts that we want to talk about. 3 runner-ups and 3 winners that we've chosen based on our opinion as well and based on our experience. I've used all of the different providers that we're going to talk about today. And we're looking ahead as well for 2026 and what we would choose if we were thinking about switching in the new year, possibly looking to change it up. And this is who we've gone with in this video.
Yeah, we have 5 categories, essentially. Best for daily use, best for cashback, best app experience, the best paid account, and the best travel card. And what's interesting today is that we only have 3 winners. So a few of these bank accounts actually the best for several use cases, which is, it's interesting. And stay tuned. It's going to be very exciting. Interesting products we've looked at. And I don't think there was a single one that stood out as, rather bad. I mean, they were all really, really good and excellent bank accounts.
Yeah, that's the thing with the UK, right, buddy? Particularly compared to the rest of Europe. We are spoilt for choice here, aren't we?
You absolutely are. And looking at these accounts that we're gonna talk about shortly, if we had similar accounts, like half the quality in the European Union, I'd be already very, very glad. And I think the competition in the banking sector in the UK is so high that it just leads to banks competing with each other on conditions and obviously trying to attract as many customers as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. I think talking about benefiting the British consumer, this first account, funnily enough, it's called First Direct, owned by HSBC, ultimately is a fantastic digital bank. It's a runner-up. It's one of our best banks in the UK. Look, there's so much to talk about here. First of all, there are no fees for this account. It's completely free. Not only that, but they'll pay you £175 to switch. And the switching terms are super simple. We'll explain those in a moment. They don't offer cashback, unfortunately, unlike some of the other providers that we're going to talk about, but they do have a fantastic travel offering. Fee-free ATM withdrawals, fee-free spending internationally. You get MasterCard's FX rates. It's a solid account, and it has a great app. There's also a £250 overdraft, Jan, that's interest-free. That, I think, for a lot of people will come in handy, particularly even as a fail-safe. You don't necessarily have to be someone that can't afford to meet their bills every month. It's also just really nice to have, just in case of emergencies. Yeah, I really like this. I do want to just stress the switch offer, Jan, on this account, because I think this is really important.
Oh, it's very tempting.
Yeah, we have this account on Deposit Scout right now. If you go to depositscout.com and check out the switch offers. First Direct, right now, they'll pay you £175 to switch this account. All you have to do is use the current account switch service, include at least 2 direct debits, deposit £1,000 and make 5 debit card payments. It's as simple as that.
It's so tempting. I'd love to sign up if I could, but unfortunately I'm not a resident of the UK, so I can't go ahead and sign up. But everyone listening, I mean, you if you can sign up, go ahead and do it and take advantage of that amazing switching bonus.
Next up, Jan.
Santander Edge. Spanish bank, actually. The Edge account, quite interesting, although a little different than the other ones we're gonna talk about. It is a paid account, comes with a £3 or £5 fee, depending on which tier you choose. There are no FX fees on card spending, and you get 1% of cashback. A total amount of cashback that you can collect on this is £10 every single month, and you can collect that via direct debits, which is interesting because that's not something that traditional banks make a lot of money with typically. So they make money on debit card and credit card transactions, but direct debits, it's typically something that goes in and out, right? And the fact that they're offering a cashback on that, is tempting and quite attractive. Also, you get a boosted saver with 6% of interest rates, and that's capped at £4,000.
And interestingly, Santander are also offering £200 to switch right now, Jan.
Nice, but it's a paid account and First Direct is not. So you have to consider that.
I know how you feel about paid accounts, okay? So I'm just going to say that Jan has told me in the past that he does not like paid accounts. But this one, you've got time for.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Johnny, maybe that's a bit of a misrepresentation of what I just said. I essentially said that I'm not a fan of paid accounts that don't offer a lot in return. What Santander does here is they offer an excellent cashback rate, and they give you the opportunity to earn up to £10 worth of cashback on your household bills, which is pretty unique. And I think that's worth contributing £3 to £5 for. isn't it?
I think so. The boosted saver as well at 6% up to £4,000. It's a nice little addition. Jan is right. They're offering quite a unique proposition in terms of cashback on bills. Not entirely unique though, because this next account, it's not a winner. Okay, it crumbled a little bit, but the Biscuit current account. Now this account really blew me away a few weeks ago, when they offered 4.75% on easy access savings, which is no longer available. But I'm currently using that savings account. It's been tremendous. There are a couple of issues that I've discovered using the app. It's sometimes not that intuitive when you want to find the things you're looking for. It can be a bit difficult, but the core proposition here, there is no monthly fee. Unlike that Santander Edge account, you get no FX fees on card spending. So that's international card spending. So it's a fantastic travel card, but you get 2% cash back on bills or on direct debits. I think that's really compelling, but you also have to look at the finer print. And that's where I think this account, Jan, could be super strong for some people. But I think if your bills are so significant, it's really not going to be that mind blowing. And that's because you can only earn up to £30 in cash back every year, because you're entitled to 2% cash back on £1,500 worth of bills. Not hugely significant when you think about it.
Could be better.
£30 a year. Like I said, though, it could be fantastic for some people. There are some people that could really benefit from that. They also have another boosted saver, Jan, which I believe, I'm taking advantage of it, I should be able to remember, I believe it's 7%.
Wow, that's insane.
You can deposit up to £300 a month. It's somewhat slightly limited, but of course it's 7%. But why not take advantage of that? You can take advantage of the cashback. The app, as I mentioned, can be a little bit clunky. I found like depositing money from external bank accounts is a little bit weird and confusing, and then moving money around the various savings accounts is a bit funny. But otherwise, I don't really have too many complaints about this account. I think the Zopa Biscuit account is definitely a runner-up for one of the best, not necessarily the best, but one of the best. It's up there as a great bank account.
Should we talk about the best?
I think we should, my friend. I think we should. So, Jan, kick it off.
Yeah, the best option for daily use also turned out to be the best option for cashback in our opinion. So that's Chase UK, and their current account is absolutely amazing. We've discussed that previously in other episodes. We have to cover it again. It's a great account, no monthly fee, and 1% of cashback on certain categories. It's a little limited, so I believe it's groceries, transport, and fuel, as well as electric car charging, and it's capped at £15 per month. But there are no FX fees on spending. Works as well as a single main account, and you also get a really nice easy access savings account with 4.5% of interest. And that's right now, as we're recording this, the best option on the market. It will take some time to publish this episode, so we can't guarantee it's still the best option when you're listening to this. Also with the Bank of England's rate decision coming up on the 18th of December, which is just in a few days. I'll definitely recommend you have a look at Deposit Scout first, to see what's the current best easy access savings account, in order to make sure that Chase Republic is still one of the better options if you're considering opening an account with them. But it's really good, honestly, and it's outstanding value, if you ask me, Johnny. Curious what you think about it.
I'm just going to chime in and say one thing. I don't know if you're listening to this or watching this, you may have noticed that Jan just said Chase Republic. And the reason he said that is because his favorite bank account in Europe is Trade Republic. So he's just combined the two. And as I think what happened in your mind, mate, you took your best account in Europe and your best account in the UK and you created Chase Republic, the ultimate global bank.
Well, if I said that, I apologize. Actually, I did not notice saying that at all. It'd be interesting. Like, let's watch the recording. Maybe I didn't actually say that. Chase Republic is still one of the better options.
Chase Republic is...
Because I'd be super surprised. But yeah.
It's fine.
Trade Republic, good option for sure.
Yeah, I completely agree with what Jan has said. It is a solid account. I mean, look, the app is fantastic, really easy to navigate and to utilize. They've got the JP personal investing that used to be Nutmeg that's available in there. Credit cards are available. Good travel card, limited on ATM withdrawals, which is why it didn't win best travel card. You can only withdraw up to £1,500 internationally, but it's a solid account, super easy to open as well. No physical branches, obviously, no cash deposits. Arguably a bit of a downside, but we'll talk about that in a moment. But this generally, I think, I think Chase UK, owned by JP Morgan, will remain one of the most competitive bank accounts in the UK, whether that's pulling people in with a fantastic easy access savings rate or a compelling cashback proposition. JP Morgan have very deep pockets, and they are definitely willing to spend to compel people to deposit money in Chase UK. So that's why it is one of the standout bank accounts. Next is an account that I'm currently testing at the moment and really thoroughly enjoying. And we're going to talk about both the app experience of this account, because it is our top pick for the best app, and also the best paid account. And that is Monzo. I think everyone listening to this or watching this would assume that we were probably going to give this to Monzo for the best app, because it really is fantastic. But they kind of work hand in hand, because by upgrading to the paid plans with Monzo, either extra, perks, or max, I'm using perks at the moment, you unlock even more power, Jan, with the app. It becomes even more phenomenal. One of my favorite features, in fact, of the app is the way it gives you a beautiful overview of your accounts. I'll try to show something on the screen now. And I've got my American Express card on there. I've got my Monzo Flex card, which I sometimes cheekily use for buy now, pay later, which some people might disagree with, but I like to do it. I've got this beautiful overview. I can see everything: my current account, my credit card, my BNPL stuff, and I really like that. I've really enjoyed using Monzo so far. So I think the app experience is fantastic, super intuitive. You know what, buddy? When you want to find something, when you think, okay, I need to find my pension or I need to find my investments, it's just super easy to find, mate. It's just, I've never struggled to, whereas with Chase, Chase is probably a poor example. I think with Zopa is probably the best example. Yeah, Zopa, I sometimes struggle to find what I'm looking for. But with Monzo, yeah, it's fantastic. Have you seen the perks account as well? I assume Jan has, because we're here to talk about it. But some of the benefits, because we've given the best paid account to perks, right? And the benefits are fantastic.
Yeah, it's a fascinating account. So what stands out to me is the cinema ticket. You get one free cinema ticket every month. I think that's amazing, and I've not heard of that before looking into this account. That must be a unique selling point right here. And I'd definitely take advantage of the account just for the fact that I get a free cinema ticket. And then you also get a rail card, which you mentioned, Johnny, is £30 a year, right? And I think your wife uses it.
Yeah, it saves a lot of money.
Pretty good. And Greg's, that's a fast food chain, I reckon.
It is good, well done. I did order a sausage roll, but he gave me a stomach ache, so I think I'll just stick to the coffee, which is probably a bit silly, really. I don't know how good the coffee is, but I'm going to maximize the value of this account. That's not my favorite. What I love about this perks account is the fact that a lot of these benefits are really broad, and I think there's a large spectrum of people that can benefit from them enough to make this worthwhile, to not lose money essentially on the £7 a month fee.
Are there any other perks included?
Uber One.
Nice.
I shouldn't forget. What is that a year?
£5 a month, I believe. Not sure if you pay yearly, but we can show it on the screen. And if you're listening to this, then just assume it's £5 a year. £5 a month. I'm sorry.
A month, yeah, no, a month, yeah. So let's just say anywhere between £50 and £60. So I mean, this account is £7 a month. So it's what's the mass on that? £86 a year. You know, utilizing Uber One, utilizing that cinema ticket, the rail card, you're very quickly gonna start to see a return on investment with this perks account from Monzo, and that's why I think it deserves that place as the best paid account. There are some caveats to Monzo, some things that I don't like. For example, you know, we're not here to talk about the best, you know, why it's not the best current account, but possibly if this wasn't the case, Jan, it might just be the best current account, but they paywall virtual cards.
Why is that? And honestly, that's one of the examples why I don't like paid bank accounts typically, because there's no reason for them not to offer virtual cards for free, other than them wanting to entice people to choose the more expensive plan. There's just something missing here. If other free accounts offer virtual cards already, it's just not right. I mean, this would be that would be a perfect account if it had free virtual cards, in my opinion. But the fact that it's not included just makes me slightly angry.
Tell you what, though, Jan, a provider that does offer virtual cards for free, and our pick for the best travel card, Starling Bank.
Starling Bank, yeah. Amazing current account. And a great option to travel internationally that comes from someone that has traveled extensively. I've been to over 50 countries in the past few years, and I've moved abroad permanently. Starling doesn't have any FX fees, and where it becomes really compelling is that they offer free overseas ATM withdrawals within a fair usage limit, which I believe is £300 per day. So it's really tempting. I mean, should fulfill all your needs when it comes to cash availability abroad, unless you're planning on making a big cash purchase, which is unlikely, to be fair. And there are also very few other restrictions when traveling. They use MasterCard's exchange rate, which is more or less the mid-market rate. And also, I believe they have an excellent app, right? You showed me some screenshots earlier, Johnny. Looks really intuitive to me. I like the design. Think they do a great job there. Didn't like their recent rebranding though. But everyone makes mistakes here and there.
Yeah, no, well, that's entirely subjective. I wasn't a huge fan of the rebrand either, and I've not been a huge fan of Starling's because I just don't really think they've tried to drive innovation within digital banking. They did initially back in 2015, 2016 when Ann Boden founded Starling. They were one of the first app-based banks, but it's really started to stagnate. I do like aspects of the app as well. They've got some interesting features. I mean, the fact they offer virtual cards for free, that seems like that should just be the norm, but Monzo aren't, so that puts them ahead of Monzo. They have, the typical what you'd expect features like bill splitting, instant transfers. You can use Bluetooth to search for people around you that have a Starling account and transfer money immediately or instantly. It's really good. I utilized those ATM withdrawals, Jan, when I was in Mauritius. I needed £550 in Mauritian rupees, I believe. And I went out across 2 days and withdrew that money. I could have got that money I think I could have got it as well in the hotel, but I think they were going to rinse me for fees. So I went and found a local bank branch where I then entered my Starling card, made sure to select the local currency, paid no fixed fee, got MasterCard's rate and just got 550 quid across 2 days for a beautiful exchange rate. It was fabulous, really easy access. You couldn't get that. I don't think you could get that across a counter, those sort of rates across a counter. If I went, to Marks and Spencer's, for example, or to the post office to get my travel money before I went abroad, I don't think I could get anywhere close to the rates I got through MasterCard. No, can you imagine?
Yeah, probably not. No, it's not going to happen.
So that was a really good result. Paid for a little boating tour that my wife and did on our honeymoon. And that's why I really like Starling as a travel card. They still really are strong. And I think for some people, the app experience or the lack of features isn't really an issue.
Fair enough.
I think some people are just happy to have a super simple account. I mean, you can deposit cash with Starling as well, Jan, up to £1,000 fee-free at a post office. And I've done that a few times with Starling. Super simple. There's an argument for them being the best bank account. I think this is so subjective, isn't it? Some people would say that they're a fantastic bank account. I've had great experience with customer service as well, Jan. Really solid. So Starling are an outstanding account and they do deserve, I think, the best travel card.
While we talk about travel cards, actually, if you're interested in a credit card, something worth considering could be the Lloyds Ultra, which offers 1% of cashback on the first year, and that applies to, I believe, all kinds of transactions. So not just certain categories, but all your spending over the world, and it's pretty amazing. Yeah. I think pretty unique as well, considering that thing doesn't have a base fee.
Yeah, it is, and I also love the way you say ultra. I just comment below if you like the way Jan says ultra.
I'm happy to say it again and again if it becomes a popular thing. I'll say ultra every episode.
It sounds so powerful. It just sounds so much more powerful when you say it. that is a really good shout. I mean, we've talked about debit cards today. We've talked about sort of bog standard bank accounts. This is a credit card though, but it is, a really good travel credit card because Starling as well, we should mention, they don't offer a credit card. And Lloyds do, and they've got 1% cashback. So that's, that's fantastic.
Should we recap what we just discussed, Johnny?
Yes, I've got the cards here. We can go quickly through each one. Do you want to just recap?
Best everyday account, Chase UK. Best cashback account is also Chase UK. The best app experience we award to Monzo. And the best paid account we award to Monzo Perks. And then there's the best travel debit card, and that's Starling, in our opinion.
Yes. So if you agree or disagree, let us know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. What do you think about Monzo, Starling, Chase? Are there any that you would just give the best bank account? I mean, there are some really, like Jan said at the beginning of the show, there are some really compelling accounts that we haven't mentioned. I mean, some people like Crew. Simple, eco. They plant a tree every time a current account gets opened.
They must have a forest by now. No, that's an amazing offer. I haven't heard of that before. That's really nice.
Yeah, I don't know how many accounts have been opened. Sorry, crew. I don't know how well they're doing, to be honest, mate. I don't know if they've got a forest. Maybe not a forest. What's a small version of a forest?
Yeah, I don't know. Some sort of extended garden. Yeah, I don't know.
Extended garden.
We don't know.
Yes, they have an extended garden, but it's good for the environment.
It is.
Regardless. We like trees. We want more of them. So yeah, do let us know what you think. Criticize us. Yeah, just it's always good to hear from you. It's always great to hear opinions, and it's also a great way for Jan and I to discover other accounts. I must admit, I really do love reading the comments and learning about current accounts or credit cards or anything, in fact, that I wasn't aware of. So do share your opinion on that.
Absolutely. And yeah, it's been a pleasure. I think we reached the end of this episode. If you enjoyed listening to this, please subscribe and please also rate us with 5 stars if you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or whatever platform you use. And it's been a pleasure as always. Thanks everyone.